Hello,
Hello, good evening.
good evening. How you doing, teacher?
Hi, Blas. How you doing? Fine? Tired?
Well,
Sleepy?
I'm great because I think I will begin to work on March in the new freelancer way.
Oh, that's pretty good. That sounds good.
So let's see what the future has prepared for us.
Okay, very good. Folks, today it's a big day for you. It's a big day for you because those students who haven't completed the course in participating, today is your day, okay? So today you need to participate, right? So this is the last session, right? This is the session number 6. After this, we will
Yes.
have the final exam. So the objective of this session, folks, is to identify the types of listening that we have in English and to recognize some tips and activities, sorry, that we can implement to active the listening on childs, right? So let's move on. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Okay, so that's the first subtopic that we have, the activities and tips to improve the child's active listening. By your reckoning, probably as a learner that you have been experiences the learning process of this language during many years. So which do you consider that are some tips and activity to improve the active listening on children?
Can I speak?
Of
Hello?
course.
Yeah, go.
Hello, my name is Marilia Castellon, and yeah, you know me. I was just kidding.
Thank you for telling your name. I'm writing, I'm taking notes.
Good. So one of the skills or one of the strategies that um we have to notice as a teacher is to encourage our student to read aloud, because that is a good exercise for them to speak. They can read it aloud, they can repeat the sentence or the reading,
Yeah.
and that is a good that is a good activity to them. Hello, how are you? Can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
Yeah, to improve to read aloud. That's my advice.
Hello.
Teacher, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I said my advice like twice, and
Okay, yeah.
I don't know.
I heard you.
Yep.
Blas, what about you,
Can I
Blas?
talk? Can I talk?
Okay, of course.
Okay, I guess that as Mari said, one of the tips that is good is to read aloud, or maybe just watch movies or listen to music and include read the lyrics so you can understand it at the same time. You can sing it, and that's the way that you can improve the listening and speaking at the same time.
Okay, that's pretty good. Another opinion?
Well, my opinion, I consider that uh, use YouTube is a great idea because in YouTube you can find many channels. As you know, you have the video, plus you can find some videos with the um, with the lyrics there, such as music. I use a channel which is a speeches, learn English with speeches, and it's about the people speaking, and also it has the letters, and you can learn vocabulary, but also improve your listening skills, and also learn how a word maybe can be different pronounced depending on the context that is being applied, because it is not the same here someone, let's say Barack Obama speaking to the public, or to listen to Eminem speaking about music. That there are some words that can be implemented in different contexts and ways. It can be different at all.
Yeah, thank you, Blas.
We'll
Do
go.
you have another opinion about the tips or activities that you consider that can improve the child's active listening skills?
Read a lot.
Read a lot.
Yeah, I think that it's the best way to know new vocabulary, pronunciation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my opinion.
Okay, thank you, Alex. Thank you, Mr. Lasso. Jacqueline, Ismael.
Hello.
Hi.
Tell me, teacher.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay, Ismael. According to your experience in the English language learning, which tips would you give, or which activities do you think are most suitable to improve the active listening skills on children?
I can say that we can try to get their attention, catch their attention by the use of interactive games, like an interactive video from YouTube Kids that we can present to them so they can pay attention to it and improve their active listening. Or a game. I remember that in the previous research that I did, interactive games such as Simon Says improve their active listening.
Yeah, okay, that sounds good. So let's move on to other parts. Let's see here. Folks, how would you describe listening? Do you know that listening is one of the macro skills that English language has? But how would you describe it? What do you understand by listening?
I would say that it's kind of the act of being in silence and attentive to the words that other people is saying at the moment, to be in front of the class, or depending on the topic that is being spoken in, let's say, in a show, or maybe in TV. So basically that would be my opinion.
Okay.
Teacher, I
Alison.
understand.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand listening and the way that we can understand the words, and we can understand the message. I think so. I don't know.
Okay, very good. Alison, are you there? Caroline, how many types of listening do you know in English?
How many type of listening? What?
Yeah, do you know in English?
That's a really good question. I don't know. How many?
A lot. For, for example, listen, as in the previous classes that we were in testing language. Yeah, Alex, go ahead.
I think that it's like critical listening, empathic listening. I don't remember.
Okay, we have the the critical listening. But when we say critical, Alex, that belong to the extensive. Do you remember the types of speaking that we were discussing in the language testing course? So we were telling, or we were discussing that the types of speaking, we have imitative, we have responsive, we have extensive, interactive, right? So they are so similar because they have the same name when talking about types of listening. But today, we're gonna see the active listening versus the passive listening. Yes, Alex, tell me what's the difference between these?
I don't know.
You don't know, you're raising your hand, right?
I don't know, teacher, about
Okay,
this.
thank you. Thank you for being sincere. Ismael, can you explain that? Or what do you understand the differences between active listening and passive listening?
I would say that active listening is when we get 100% the attention from children, like we get their attention willingly. And passive listening is an interactive way of get them to hear or listen to what we're trying to do, for example, by means of a song or by means of having them say like a poem or a rhyme, or have them read. Not sure.
Okay, thank you. You're not sure, but you're right, right? Marilia, what about you?
Be honest, I don't know. I mean, I cannot say something that I don't know. Sorry.
Jacqueline Caroline Blas.
Well, sure. I'm not uh, quite sure about this, but it seems that active listening is when the person is like receiving the information from the other person that's speaking, and the active listener is like observing and paying attention to the uh, maybe the grammar structures or the, I don't know, something like that maybe the verbal stuffs like non I mean the gestures or the different type of words that are being used in the moment. That's, I mean, maybe a vague idea, but that's what I understand for active listening. And for passive listening, I mean, would be something like the contrary on it, but I'm not like be able to uh, explain in words
Yeah.
to you, to be frank.
Okay, thank you. Now let's continue to this. Caroline, why do you think is active listening so important for you?
Well, I was searching because I don't really know what is that, but it says that involves full focus, attention, and interactive participation.
Okay, thank you. Jacqueline, why is active listening important for you?
For me, is important because when we make active listening, we can ask we can share our opinions about the person is talking. I think so.
Right. Do you think that it's so easy for a teacher to identify when the student has an active listening?
What?
Can you repeat that?
So do you think that it's so easy for a teacher to identify when a learner is practicing active listening?
Teacher. So what I understood is, can I speak, right?
Yeah.
Okay, an active listening is when as a student we are receiving the information, right? And also we pay attention and we are clear what the teacher said. And a passive way is like means that doesn't receive or don't receive, I mean, the
As you, right?
information.
As you when you are in a class.
Right. So yeah, I'm
No, you
honest.
said
I'm
right, and
honest.
that's
I'm honest.
okay. That's the reality, right?
Yes.
Yes. And why it is important? Because, like I just said, and I remember that you asked me why when you are in class, maybe I said something that is correct, and why you fail in the exam because I don't study. That's the real point. I don't.
Yeah.
But an active listening is when I get the information, when I understood what are you saying, and what is the point? And that's why it is important to be an active listener.
Google is so good, right?
Yeah, you got me. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see, folks, some benefits that we have of being an active listener, right? For example, we have fewer misunderstandings, faster work rates, okay, more self-reliance and improved productivity. And on the picture, you can see another benefits of active listening, like respect, trust on yourself, especially productivity, accuracy, enhances the relationships, conflict resolution, and cultivate positive work environment, okay? One of the things or the teacher can identify when a learner is implementing active listening is when the learner start asking questions, okay? Because in that way, if you ask questions, means that you were paying attention, right? You were very concentrated listening what the teacher was saying. Then you're gonna ask. But those students that don't ask and they say, no, it's okay. I don't understand. I didn't pay attention. So they don't have active listening. They only got passive ones, right? So let's see here. We have some steps to active listening, and the first step will be for Allison. What can you say about that step, Allison? Maintain eye contact.
I can maintain eye contact, but maybe I am over the moon or outside of the planet.
Okay. It seems that Allison is not here. She's connected, but probably she's outside of her house, right? Alex, what can the number second? Number 2 is for you. Let's see
What?
the next step.
Maintain eye contact? No.
No, this one.
to interrupt. This is Marilia. Well, what I understand about this,
Yeah.
Yes,
How can you
ma'am.
explain that part? So easy, right?
yeah, well, if you are explaining something, obviously, we have to be respectful with you and try to pay attention. Or maybe if we don't pay attention, we can stay quiet or in silence.
Another opinion about the first two? Okay, let's see the step number 3. Caroline,
Yeah.
ask questions.
Well, as you said that if this is one of the characteristics of people that have active listening, because if the student of if I'm into the topic, I'm going to be like a star and asking me why and why and why. So that's why I'm going to ask the teacher why this happened and how can you get to that point.
Okay, good. And when we talk about questions, Caroline,
Yeah.
which kind of questions we're talking about?
Well, if we are talking as a teacher, as like how can I do that, or which strategy can I use to get this goal, this objective, I guess, that kind of question.
Are you a student? What,
No, no,
which kind of
to the
question is that? The question that I'm asking
no,
for.
which one? Sorry.
Yeah. Are you a
No.
student?
Uh-huh.
So we're talking about question, but what kind of question is that?
Yeah, I mean, wait. The one of the question, it could be how do you get to the results, or how I mean, if I'm asking you about if you're talking about a kind of method of teaching, so I'm gonna asking you, because I'm an active listening, I'm gonna ask you like a how can I do that, what kind of instrument or what kind of task can I do to the to that. That's the point what I'm telling you.
Okay. Kaylin, are you here, Kaylin? No, she's not. Ismael. So when we say ask questions as one of the steps to active listening, which kind of questions we're talking about?
I would say that questions that we can ask students are we talking about any specific topic or just in general?
In general.
Okay.
You know that we have different types of questions.
Yeah.
Can I give you an example to refresh your mind?
Please.
Yes, no questions.
Okay.
Are you Ismael?
Yes.
Okay, good. That is one of the types of question. Yes, no questions, right? Yes, I
Yeah,
am,
yeah.
or no, I'm not. So which other types of questions we can use as a step to active listening?
We can also well, besides yes or no questions, we can ask for example, did you understand, or
Mhm.
A
Or
question
for
could be,
example, can you tell me what I just said? Can you explain your classmates what I just explained?
Can we
Or
use open questions?
I
Open-ended
think we
questions?
can. Yeah.
Can you provide an example about this?
How is your day going?
Yeah, that's right. Very good. Thank you very much, Ismael. Blas,
yes,
talk a little bit about this step.
repeat back what the speaker says.
Do you think that it's recommendable to repeat everything that speaker says after he finishes or she finishes?
Well, it's not kind of a 100% like you will be able to do it. Sometimes it can happen depending on the type of memory you have. There are people that are able to repeat exactly what the other person said. However, what we can do is to paraphrase, uh, explain it in own words what we understood about the the opinion that the speaker shared with us, and it would be almost the same because when you are providing your point of view about your understanding, and it's about it's about what the speaker mentioned in his speech.
Okay, thank you. And the last one is for Marilia. Listen for total minute. She's gone.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Listen for total meaning. I mean, what I can understand is if I am listening to my professor and he's saying something that may be in the middle of the sentence, I can understand some of the words.
Yeah.
I mean, of course that I have to pay attention to what the professor's saying, and by the context, I can know the meaning of the sentence that he's saying. Make sense?
Kind of.
Kind of.
Javier, would you like to add something about listening for total minute?
Listening for total meaning. Repeat back what the speaker says and listen for total meaning. Well, I would say that listening for total meaning might refer to like paying attention to get the total meaning without saying it in, like into the native language or the main
That
the
sounds
mother
good.
tongue.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, folks, listen, this has been the session. I really appreciate your time for being connected, okay, for being present in the last session of this subject. Remember that next Wednesday, you will be doing the final exam about this. And thank you for everything. If you don't have any questions, so we're gonna finish here, right? No questions?
No questions.
No questions. No questions.
Okay,
I do
folks.
have a question
Yeah,
about the video that I told you, teacher. I didn't see the platform open for me to load it there.
which session? Number 5?
Let me go back. session 4, the stages of learning that I told you about the wrong link.
That's number 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay, after this meeting, I will be checking that, okay?
Okay, perfect.
Okay. Okay, folks, if you have any doubts about the exam or about your scores, you can ask me by WhatsApp and I can give you the right answer, right? Okay, have a good night. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you,
you.
teacher. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.